And the next nakshatra is called Punarvasu, which exists from 20 degrees of Gemini until 3 degrees and 19 minutes of Cancer. And this nakshatra Punarvasu means return of the light, return of the lightness. And after the intensity and heaviness of Ardra, we have the lightness and the creativity of Punarvasu. Very much an allegory of how, in order to create anything, we need to destroy something first. We destroy the darkness in Ardra. We need to destroy that which has been preventing the light from coming in. The light is always ready to come in. We need to bust a hole in the wall to bring the light in, right? So busting a hole in the wall has to do with Ardra, or pulling up the weeds in the garden so that we can grow the flowers. Ardra is also literally related to the flood, a flood of emotion, a flood of debris, a flood of intensity. After the flood, we have Punarvasu, the light, the return of the light. So, after that dark storm, the sky is crisp and clear, and the sun is shining bright, and all of the, the flood that inundates the shore also washes up all of the nutrient-rich, soil from the bottom of the sea. In ancient Egypt, they would always wait. After the Nile would overflow its riverbanks, it would deposit all of that nutrient-rich soil, which was great for growing their crops. Well, that's the kind of analogy. Ardra is like the flood, and Punarvasu is the return of the light. So that very creative principle is at work in this nakshatra, and it's between Gemini and Cancer. So where Gemini becomes Cancer, where ideas come into the heart, is Punarvasu. The deity is called Aditi, who is the mother of the Adityas. And the Adityas are the incarnations of the sun that were given to protect the earth. So there's a very deep earth mother, divine mother energy in this nakshatra of Punarvasu, the return of the light, this creative flow and this creative energy that has returned now that we have made way for creativity after destroying what was making us weak, then the return of the light. And so there's a lot of hope and optimism, also very high standards, and maybe some disappointment, just like a mother is often, or a parent can have a lot of hopes with their children and think they're going to be more than they are, but they're really just people like the rest of us. So there's that kind of parentage idea in Punarvasu, inspired yet maybe at times disappointed and needing to be more realistic about what's possible. So that's Punarvasu, return of the light. Planets there are inspired and creative and looking for the goodness in things.